A school of the Wolf Witcher walks into a ruined battlefield, steel sword drawn, potions burning through his veins. Across from him stands a Jedi Knight. Lightsaber comes on. The Force begins to move around him. So the question is, could a Witcher actually defeat a Jedi, or is this fight over before it even begins? If you enjoy power scaling breakdowns and fitness content, hit that subscribe button. We love the debate. Let's get into it. At first glance, this matchup sounds pretty ridiculous, but when you break it down, these two warriors are actually very similar. Both are trained from childhood, superhuman fighters, masters of sword combat, and both use powerful forms of magic. But their abilities work very differently, and that difference decides the fight. A school of the Wolf Witcher, like Geralt, is not a normal human. Through mutations from the Trial of the Grasses, Witchers have enhanced strength, superhuman reflexes, extreme endurance. They are literally designed to hunt monsters stronger than humans. Then we have the signs. Combat magic Witchers can cast instantly in battle. For example, Ard, a telekinetic blast. Igni, burst of fire. Quinn, a magical shield. Yrden, a magical trap. And Axie, which can manipulate minds. But that's not even the best part, because a prepared Witcher also uses potions. Potions like Thunderbolt, which increases damage. Swallow, rapidly heals wounds. Tawny Owl, regenerates magical energy. In other words, a Witcher entering a duel fully prepared is an absolute monster. Now let's talk about the Jedi, because this is where things get a little wild. A Jedi isn't just a normal swordsman, they're connected to the Force, which gives them abilities that can completely change a fight. For example, Jedi can use Force precognition, meaning they can sense attacks before they even happen. That's how they can deflect blaster bolts. They're not reacting, they're predicting. Then we have everyone's favorite, telekinesis. A Jedi can throw enemies across their room, pull weapons out of someone's hand, or simply crush their opponent with the Force. And of course, everyone's favorite weapon, the lightsaber, a blade of pure plasma capable of cutting through almost anything: steel swords, armor, even monsters. One clean hit, fight's over. So, what happens if these two actually fight? Let's break it down. Let's talk about strength. The Witcher is going to win this one. The mutations and potions make them physically stronger than most humans. But strength doesn't matter that much when your opponent can move objects with their mind. So, speed and reflexes. This one is pretty close. Witchers have incredible reflexes, but Jedi have something even better: precognition. They don't just react fast, they react before the attack happens. So I'm going to give this one to the Jedi. Weapons. This is where things get dangerous. A Witcher's sword is incredibly strong, but against a lightsaber, it would eventually melt or break, meaning the Jedi has the deadlier weapon. There is one way a Witcher could win, and this is where it gets interesting. Witchers, they're not just fighters, they're hunters. They study their enemies, they prepare, they exploit weaknesses. And in the Witcher world, there's a metal called dimeridium, a substance that suppresses magic. If a Witcher discovers that Jedi's powers came from something that's kind of like magic, they could potentially use dimeridium bombs or traps, which might disrupt the Force. And if the Jedi suddenly lose their connection to the Force, then this fight becomes a pure sword duel. And this is where a Witcher can absolutely win. So, final verdict: who wins? In most situations, a Jedi will probably win 7 out of 10 times. The Force is just too powerful. Precognition, telekinesis, and a lightsaber that can end the fight instantly. But with preparation and the right tools, a Wolf School Witcher could absolutely take out a Jedi. But now I want to know what you think. Who actually wins this fight? A Witcher or a Jedi Knight? And if you think the Witcher wins, tell me how. because this debate can get absolutely crazy. Thank you. Have a good day.